Introduction to Bus and Commercial Vehicle Body, Unit 3. Vehicle Body Engineering of 5th semester, Automobile Engineering. Content of this chapter: bus bodies, types of bus bodies, bus body layouts, final, test, MCQ. Bus body introductions. Before going to the details of bus body, first let us know about bus. A coach, also motor coach, simply it is called bus. It's a type of bus used for transporting passengers on excursions and longer distance intercity bus service between cities or even between countries. The term coach was previously used for horse-drawn carriage designed for the convenience of more than one passengers, the passenger's luggage and mail, which is covered for protection from the elements. The coach style was applied railway carriage in the previous in the 19th century, and later to motor coaches, that is called bus. Unlike transient bus designed for shorter journey, coaches often have luggage hold separate from passengers cabin and are normally equipped with facilities required for long trips, including comfortable seats and sometimes toilets. Types of bus body based on distance traveled by the vehicles. What are the types of bus body based on distance traveled by the vehicles? You can able to see these types of bus: minibus, town bus, suburban bus, long distance bus coaches, touring coaches, minibus. The first, mini buses. You can see the sketches clearly, minibus layouts, bus body layouts. Minibus should have seating capacity up to 25 kilometers. Up to 25. It built on a light duty truck chassis. It has front mounted engine and rear axle drive. These minibuses, the engine is mounted at the front side and the drive is rear axle drive. The seating capacity is up to 25. It is called light duty trucks. This is called minibuses. You can see the real images of the minibus. Next, the town bus. These buses are used for a short distance of about 25 kilometers. They are provided with a large number of standing places, wide doors with large entry and exit platforms, and hard seats covered with durable plastic materials. These buses are covered with durable plastic materials. Up to 20 kilometers we can run these buses. We are seeing every day in the town buses. You can see these real images of the town buses, how it is. The town buses for short distance up to 20-25 kilometers. Large amount of standing places in the town buses. At least 2 wide doors with large entries and exit platforms. Platforms and hard seat covered with durable plastic materials. The next, suburban bus. These buses are used for distance of about 40 to 55 kilometers. Town buses, the distance about 20-25 kilometers. The suburban buses about 40 to 50 kilometers. They usually have reasonably comfortable seats compared to town buses. Fairly small entry platform for extra space, and can be used for luggage and extra standing passengers. Usually one door is sufficient for this type of operations. You can see these suburban buses like this. Suburban buses for short distance up to 40 to 50 kilometers. Reasonably comfortable seats for suburban buses. Fairly small entry platform which can serve as space for luggage or extra standing passengers. Usually one door is sufficient for this type of suburban buses. The next, long distance coaches. These buses are used for a distance of about 200 kilometers. The name implies long distance, up to 200 kilometers and above. They have comfortable seats with under floor luggage space and roof racks for large items of luggage. You can see the real image of long distance bus. It looks very beautiful. Long distance coaches up to 200 kilometers. We can able to see the mileage stones. Very comfortable reclining seats, AC in the long distance coaches, and space luggage compartments under the floor. Additional windows in the roof to improve the visibilities in the long distance buses. The thermal and acoustic insulations, elaborations. The next, touring coaches. For longer distance touring coaches, very comfortable reclining seats are used. Toilets, air conditioners, TV, etc. are provided in this type of coaches. Additional windows in roof are used to improve the visibility for the passengers in the touring buses, touring coaches buses. Next, midi buses. Minibus is a classification of single decker minibuses, which are generally larger than a traditional minibus, but smaller than full size single deckers. What is the difference between minibus and midibus? Somewhat larger than minibus and smaller than full size single deckers, that is called minibuses, and can be anywhere between 8 meters and 11 meters long, these type of minibuses. Next types of bus body, based on shape and style of the vehicles. The classic or normal control bus, single deck bus, split level, double decker, two level single decker, articulated bus. Based on the distance traveled, the types of bus body: minibus, suburban bus, town bus, midi bus, long distance bus, touring distance bus. So these are the types of buses based on distance. Based on shape and style of the vehicles, these are the types of bus bodies. In that, classic or normal control bus. This type of bus has the engine in front of the passengers carrying compartment. Engine in front of the passenger carrying compartment, engine is mounted. This design, which has almost universal at one time, has practically disappeared and is mainly of historical interest. Low ratio of useful length to overall length, poor aerodynamic in this shape. In classic or normal control bus, aerodynamic is very poor, and ratio of useful length to overall length, poor aerodynamic safe in this type of classic normal control bus. You can see the images in this. Aerodynamic is very poor because the shape of the bus is in driver cabin. The air is flow. It is very difficult to flow. It is not easy flow on this type of classic normal buses. You can see these poor aerodynamic buses. Next, single decker buses. A single deck bus is almost universal today, as this layout eliminates all the disadvantages of type A. Type A means classical or normal buses. More seats for given overall length in single decker. Stability is not so in this type of bus. You can see the single decker buses. Next, split level. It is intermediate solution between single and double decker. It is having more seats than single decker and more stability than double decker. A split level, it is stability than single deckers and having more seats. Two level single decker luxury coaches. Next, double decker. Yes. Up to two level, it is called a double decker. These vehicles have more number of seats for given overall length, but the stability is not so high compared to single decker. In this type, good forward visibility for all passengers. Visibility is very good in the double deckers, and the luggage space is also more compared to single decker and single two split level buses. Easy installation of underfloor or rear engines. You can see double decker buses. Next, articulated buses. What is articulated buses? Bodies for very large coaches or particular city buses are often made in two parts because of axial load limitations. Articulated means a vehicle which consists of two or more rigid sections which articulate relatively to each other. The passengers compartments of each section is interconnected by an articulate sections allowing free movement of passengers between them. The rear portion is articulated to the main vehicles. Bi-articulated, double articulated bus is an extension of articulated bus. In that it has three passengers compartment section instead of two. That is called articulated bus. Articulated means a vehicle which consists of two or more rigid sections, that is called articulated buses. These bodies of very large city buses in two pieces, rear portion is articulated to the main vehicle by covered pivot. Rear portion articulated to the main portions of the buses, that is called articulated buses. You can see the real images of the articulated buses. Next, bus body layout. What is bus body layout? The bus body may be defined as multi-seated closed body having a fixed main roof structure with crosswise or longitudinal seating either solely or in combinations with glass windows, a central gangway, and from 1 to 3 entrances. In this bus body we can see clearly in the pictures bus body layouts. In the bus body we can see the cant rails and waist rails and seat rails. So what is cant rails? Cant rails are structural members that connected two body sections above the window level, that is called cant rails. What is waist rails? Waist rails are the structural members that connect two body sections below the window section, that is called waist rails. Seat rails are the structural members running along the lateral walls and provide support for seating mounting, that is called seat rails. Test MCQ. The term coach was previously used for cycle carrier, stone carriage, bullock carts, both A and BC. The term coach was previously used for coast or drawn carriage. The term coach and termನ್ನ ಹಿಂದೆ ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ಅಂತಂದರೆ. Next, cant rails are structural members that connect two body sections above the window sections or below the window sections along the lateral walls between the seat mountings. The cant rails are the structurals that connect two body sections above the window sections is correct answers. Passengers carrying buses are classified based on distance traveled by the vehicle, capacity of the vehicle, shape and style of the vehicle, all the above. The buses are classified based on distance traveled or minibus, town bus, suburban bus, old bus. The answer is all of the above. Next, minibus consists of heavy duty truck chassis, medium duty truck chassis, light duty truck chassis, medium and light duty truck chassis. Minibus, its name implies mini. It's called light duty. Next, town buses are used for a short distance of about 20 kilometers, long distance and average distance of about 50 kilometers, both B and C. Long distance coaches have roof racks for small items of luggage, roof racks for large items of luggage, no roof racks for luggage, separate luggage compartments. Long distance coaches. Minibus is a double decker bus, articulated bus, a single decker bus, split level bus. Articulated vehicle bus means vehicle with two or more rigid sections. A vehicle articulate relative to each other. Passenger compartment of the section is interconnected. All of the above. The classic or normal control bus has the engine in front of the passengers carrying compartment. True or false? Thank you.